G'day folks, welcome to Monday night. I believe it's all the ones tonight. So lots and lots of ones. So triple one. Does seem like a long time. I'm just getting the comments up now, and while we do that, we will play the thing. There we go. Welcome to Monday Night Live, guys. So, your host, Ben from Gold Diggers, of course. So, tonight's prizes. We got a major prize. Gold panning kit from Mine Lab. Really, really good kit. So, that's the major prize. We've got the Quacker. I've got to start the Quacker. The Quacker is happening tonight. Oh, I had it all set up and it's disappeared. Here's the Quacker. The Quacker started. It's on his 10-minute downhill run. So the Quacker will work with mini sluices, pans, little pans, good little kids' pans or clean up backpack sands, a couple of sand scoops, 6 of those prizes, all with a mug as stuff falls apart. So welcome anyone. I have an apology already for there's a gentleman who drove all the way up. I had his comment up, and since the comments have scrolled, I have lost him. So welcome all. This is the show where we're going to talk about what gear I use. So, let's get into it. There's so many people here. Wow, 185 already. So welcome, guys. Damien's here. Lee, Benny Reed, Rodney. Young Guns are in the house. Young Guns are doing some cool stuff. Good page. Check out. Mark Lord, Friday, Lynn's here, Freda and Bert, Stuart, Sydney, Bodell is here, Trisha, Raymond Lamaster, Junior World Champion in the house. Good to see you here. Lee's here from out at Warwick, Ray, Jody, lots and lots of people here. If I don't shout your name out, my apologies. There is a stack here. So, g'day all. Benny Henderson here is there too. Right, so where do we start? What's the most important thing? Bang a picture up, Taylor. Me truck. I've got to love my truck. So that is by far and away the most bit of important prospecting gear that I own. I can basically live in that for a period of time. The old cruiser. So look, we did take some photos of inside. So that's inside. I run a GPS. I run an iPad with my mapping system on it. So we'll get to the mapping system earlier. Radio behind there's satellite phones, all sorts of gear in there. So it's important to have your research with you, right? So also a few creature comforts. Taylor will bang them up there. I've got the road shower on the roof, nice portable hot shower, and of course a bit of solar panel to run the fridge. So Nikki's in the house, been out camping, must be disappointing to be back. So Whitney White, birthday tonight, birthday today, not just tonight, but today. So Whitney White, we've got to find Whitney White on the thingo, and we might send her a little something special. I can't find her, so we'll have to go back. And Whitney, can you send me a message, please, on the page? That would be fantastic, because your comment has now disappeared. Right, so let's just ignore the vehicle. Obviously, you need a good, reliable vehicle to go prospecting. Now, I am surrounded by stuff here. Taylor's whacked up my favourite pan by a country mile, the Garrett Gold Trap pan. See the bottom's offset, right? It makes the riffled side very, very steep and this side very, very shallow, right? So, sieve, good metal sieve, right? That is, so you think, why has he put up a pan first? That there is my most important prospecting tool. That piece of those two items there is the most important thing I have when I'm prospecting. No, it's not a detector. No, it's nothing like that. But I can eliminate a lot of ground by panning and testing. Panning and testing, right? So, no matter what, whether you've got a $100 machine or a $10,000 machine for gold prospecting, that's your key, right? Those two bits are your key. Good old-fashioned gold trap pan. And yes, this is a new sluice. I've retired my old sluice because these came in and I like these better. So, okay, Siv, not sluice. What am I talking about? It's madness already. Right, so, Mark, Lord Friday, bought himself a Jeep. Geez, Mark, that was a bit... Why'd you do that to yourself? So, yes. So, yeah. Righto, so I'm going to scroll down. I was a long way behind here. Nikki is prospecting. Trevor's here. Bob. Steve. Steve, if you stick with us, Steve would love to learn how to do all this stuff. Stick with us, we'll teach you. There's lots of people here. Right, Coral's in the house. David Rowe, classifier. Okay, we'll call it a classifier. Siv. I even called it a sluice earlier. That was how good I'm going tonight. So, yes. Plucker is on the run if you're late. Plucker is happening. Plucker the duck. Swanson the duck over this shoulder. Right. Swanson is terrible. You put him in the dam and he has a damaged underside, one might say. And so he fills up with a little bit of water and then capsizes. It's not the best look for a duck. So a capsized duck. But we have found a use for him as a quacker for the prizes tonight. So, right, okay. So, what's next, Taylor? What have we got queued up next? Ah, yes, the big dog. So we want to spend a little bit of time on this, right? Oh, it's been extended out to 7,000. Right, this is my 7,000. Well used, unloved, works like a dream. So I want to make some comments about this. Okay. Fantastic double D leather covers, right? Are fantastic. The cover, which I've just dropped, I need to get. The cover for the control box, I hate, right? Because I can't read the screen. Okay. I love this machine, and I love these covers, but what I actually need to do is cut the plastic out of here so that I can read the screen in the sunlight. I just need to cut a little section out of there. I haven't done it, so it lives around the handle, which is probably not ideal for it. So, there's a practical tip for you. So, we can pull that down now, Taylor, and we're going to talk about harnesses for a minute. Right, let me throw the 7 down. So harnesses, right? I do love this harness from Minelab. This is a well-used harness, right? I hang my scoop off one of the buckles, this little carabiner there. I run it's actually a scaffolder's hammer holder here. It swivels. I run it on my back. I wear it on my back. A lot of people can't do that, right? I put the control box, the WM, whatever it is, WM12 there on the side of me. So it's important you have that on the same side as your detector, right? Now, Taylor, better throw up that next picture. I do run a booty booster, right? I do run a steel phase as well, okay? I like both of them, okay? So booty booster or steel phase. Then I run dual speakers, right? One under each ear, and I can see particularly well. Here. See. Here. What am I talking about? Here particularly. Thank God Taylor's here to help me out tonight. Right? The booty booster is $179. The steel phase about $220 off the top of my head. Rechargeable battery in the steel phase though, so that's a bonus. So, speakers. So, let me tell you, I don't know what picture Taylor's got queued up next, but let's talk about hats, okay? Because the hats work with the speakers, okay? So this is a well-used hat, but what we found, not by design, but the hard base on the hat reflects the sound of the speaker, right? So the hat sits on your head, speaker sitting here, right? And it seems to make the speaker louder with the hat on, with a hard hat on. If you do that with an Akubra, it absorbs the sound. With these hard hats, right? The hard straw hats, like that's pretty solid, right? They seem to reflect the sound. That thing is filthy. I've got rubbish all over me now. Anyway, so hard hat. I get them from Mavericks. These are an Australian company, right? They're not Australian made hats, but Australian company. Hello, the Quacker's here already for the first thing. Australian made hat, good guys. We need to repeat that timer. So yeah, go to that Mavericks website if you want a hard brimmed hat. Right, so Quacker. Open a new tab. Right, we're just going to do this quick draw. I've got a question here I've got to answer. And what are we going to give away now? We're going to give away a little mini 8-inch pan. This is an 8-inch pan. I think it's a good little like backpack in the car sort of pan. And a Golden Spur, a Gold Diggers mug, right? Not one with Coke in it. So I've got a brand new one here. Gold Diggers mug goes to Sean Cullum. Sean Cullum, congratulations, you've won a little pan and so Sean asked what happened to the trusty ATX. So the ATX is a good machine, right? There's no doubt about it. I do love the ATX. However, that 7's a better machine. It's as simple as that. I couldn't justify the expense of a 7,000 before I had the lease, right? But I can justify it, so I'm doing it. So that's the important thing. Let me just make sure that Quacker's on his run again. Yes, he is. He's on his downhill run. Let me see if I can get any questions here.
I'll put a link to the hat in the chat.
Oh, okay. Taylor's put a link in the chat there somewhere to where you get the hats from. I like supporting these other little Australian businesses. So if you want some gear, Mavericks is the place. They're a cool place. So I like Mavericks. So yes. So those 8-inch pans are pretty cool. Like I like these little tiny ones, particularly if you've got, like I've used that. It's too small, but it's fantastic for the kids, right? If you've got little kids and they like to have a pan, this is quality. I've got Finn one of these and he loves it. He absolutely loves these pans. So, yes. Right. We're going to have this conversation every week. Mark Lord Friday, again, any news on testing the QED? No further news. So, Greg Brewer, do you have inside information on the Nugget Finder Z search call for the 7000? Yes, they're in testing. When they'll be released will be, I'm not too sure. However, I think they're probably a month or 6 weeks ago. I don't know. I know it's a 12-inch coil coming out. I think it will be, if it's anything like other Nugget Finder coils, I'm banging one straight on my machine. Absolutely straight on my machine. So, yes. So, inside information on the 7. Got that again. Ben, what was the cost again? I'm not sure what that was about. If it was the hat, $129. Oh, hello. Hayden's, I forgot to turn the thing off here. Hayden's needs a cheat sheet for the gold monster. Job done, Hayden. Won't be right now. Justin Shine, right? Best gold detector under $3,000. Well, new, you're talking, well, see, I don't like recommending QED because I haven't used one, but you're talking QED, you're talking second-hand 4,500 if you can get it. I reckon that would be your best machine. I reckon it's still the third best gold detector on the market, the 4,500. If you can get a good second-hand one of them for under $3,000, they're not very easy to get second-hand machines at the moment because my lab don't have any stock. So, Dan Allen, there's rumours there's new GPX coming out. Dan, there is not a new GPX. Well, there is always a new machine coming out. What I was about to say is, I haven't heard of one, but there is always a new machine coming out. I would suspect that Mine Lab are working on 6 different machines as we speak, as to Garrett, as to Fisher, as to who have I missed? XP, as to Bounty Hunter. We're going to get to Bounty Hunter machines very shortly, aren't we? How many pitches is the Bounty Hunter away? No clue. Right. So, Gold Monster, ORX, that's your price point sort of thing. So, the Gold Monster and the ORX are going to be in around that $1,000 mark, just over. So, James, everyone's sending me these baited questions. What performs better on a GPX, Evo coils or Coiltech coils? Not going to come into that one. They both have their benefits. It's a personal preference thing. It's Holden and Ford. Yeah. So I don't know what's better. I don't think there is one that's better than the other. But I certainly have preferences. But
Ford and Nugget
Hey?
Ford and Nugget finder.
So, yeah, I'm not going to come into that debate. It's like Steel Phase and Booty Boosters. I use both of them, and I don't care which ones I use. I don't. I think they're both as good as each other. They got different features, and some might prefer different features, but, you know, Nugget Finder and Coiltech, I have owned both in the past. So, right. Right. Okay. So, righto, throw up a picture up, Taylor. Let's get on with this, otherwise we're here all night. Oh, pick. Where's me pick? Trusty old pick. CC picks. Use them. Love them. This pick is about 5 or 6 years old. Right. The tip is particularly rounded, right? It doesn't get a lot of love. The edge is quite blunt and flat, right? It copped. I did notice the handle was splitting there at one stage because it spends some time outdoors, because quite often it sits in the back of my ute for weeks at a time, right? It was splitting once in its life, and it probably needs another go now. There's some sharp bits coming up. Once in its life, it got some linseed oil. Right, once. Right, that was about 12 months ago or more. So it doesn't have a lot of love. 5 years out of a pick. It's $110. I like the flat edge. Flat edge because I do a bit of scraping. So I almost hit myself in the nose with the pick then. That would have been interesting. But so I love this pick, right? I do use out at the lease a much bigger pick, right? Because I'm not carting it anywhere. So magnet on the bum of it, on the handle, right? Now, because while we're talking picks, I want to show you one pick that I thought I'd use, and I haven't as yet. This is an East Wing Paleo pick, right? More for rock. Okay, it has very, very little use. Okay, hey?
Geopick?
Yeah, it's a geo pick, paleo geo pick. So it's what you use if you're looking for all sorts of bits and pieces. But East Wing make a good. It says paleo on the sandal. See, I don't remember these things. It's just written everywhere. So this pick is a very expensive pick. I think it's about $269, but super strong East Wing pick. And if I need to chip rock or something or other, I do that, or I use my little. While we're on that subject, let me get my bucket of goodies here. Use a good old East Wing geo hammer. So fantastic little hammer. That's got some age about it too. Made in the US. All the East Wing gear is awesome. So yeah, so that's picks as I throw it on the ground. So I also use a little folding shovel, which I can't get. So what's next, Taylor? Come on, let's get rolling before the quacker. Oh, yes. So I use this two ways, right? I use a big giant one on the lease, Garrett Dream Mat, right? I love Dream Mat, okay? I use it on the Sluice, where we're putting 10 to 15 tonne in the Sluice. See, the quacker's caught up with me. Let me come back to this thing. What are we going to give away this time? Let me restart him. Right, let's give away a sand scoop and a gold digger's mug again. Orange sand scoop. I need my spectacles on for this job. Right, here we go. Jamie Robinson. Jamie Robinson, congratulations, Jamie. You've won a sand scoop, good little sand scoop, and a gold digger's mug. We will get that. We will send you a message after the show. Now, Taylor, I've lost my reference point. We were talking about Garrett, weren't we? Right, Garrett. High banker. Not a high banker. What is it? A recirculating 8-inch combo. Okay. Did I start the quacker again? Yes, I did. The quacker is happening. So, I use this. So, I use it on the plant out at Warwick, where I'm putting 10 to 12 tonne, 15 tonne an hour through the plant. Okay, I use two mats. They're commercial tiles, 750 wide, 1500 long, right? I use two of those on the plant out at Warwick. If you've seen videos, that's what we're using, right? However, on a smaller scale, I use this recirculating unit, okay? So that is 8 inches. I run it with a 3,000 gallon hour bilge pump off a battery, okay? Two blokes that are about as fit as me, so not very fit at all, can run that basically, can shovel into that basically all day, okay? So that is a fantastic little piece of equipment. Why did I do that over a high banker? So the beauty of that with a high banker, right, you've got water exiting on the end, on this end, and then also over the far end, right, where your oversize comes off. So you're losing water in two places. So I prospect a lot in dry country, okay? Very, very dry country. So I want to run it as a recirculating unit. So I'll put a bucket off, which end? That end. I'll run a bucket off there, a collecting tub, and pump the water all the way back through, okay? So I can run that on about 40 litres of water, okay, and I can run that for a fair while on 40 litres of water. When I used to do that a lot, I used to take 80 litres with me and get 2 recharges on it. So that's why I run that 8-inch recirc over a high banker, because the high banker loses too much water. So, but that's just a personal preference sort of thing, but you can smash through a lot of material with that sluice. Of course, you can always pull, where is it? You can always pull that headed box off it, pull the legs off it, and put a flare on that, and just chuck it in the sluice. So it's very, very, very flexible, that little unit there. So, righto. Right, what's next? Oh, yes. So people are going to laugh at me. I have not upgraded. Right. This is my AT Max. It's the only one that survived the cull out of the ute. I had about 8 machines in the ute, right? Just look, that you can't read, but this you will be able to, right? Nell coil, that's a sharpshooter. Nell coil on an AT Max, right? 4 gold prospecting, all relic machines. Like, let me just take that off. We've got it all covered up there. AT Max, for a relic machine, for a little VLF gold machine. Even on the beach, people don't like using them on the beach, right? When you know how to use the machine, right, it works like a dream. So I do find the little sharpshooter coil on it helps a dramatic amount, but that I own 3 machines at the moment. Well, I own 2 machines, and my young bloke owns 1. But these are the 2 things, the 7 and the Max are the 2 things that I use. Right? People might laugh at me, think, oh, he hasn't upgraded to an Equinox. Well, I'm that, like, you get good with a machine, right? And, geez, I'd rate myself against most people with VLF machines with that little bad boy there. So I'll give that back to Taylor before I chop myself off with it. So, right. Oh, fins. Here we go. The big fella, Finn. Finn uses this fella here, right? Bounty Hunter Junior, right? That's Finn's machine there. He does use it like a sword. These were sword impact damage down the shaft. He does get stuck into it. He looks after it about as well as his old man looks after his machines. Like, that's a bit dicky. But great little kid's machine. Fins 4, smashes that out. 3 emojis on it. I don't know whether I've got a target anywhere here. Here's a target. Right, that's the overload. But 3 emojis, real simple sort of thing. And he's found treasure every single time he uses it. So I love that little machine, and so does my boy. So he goes detecting with Dad. We are yet to tag a piece of gold with it, right? But I reckon I'm a good chance. Finn and I are a good chance with it. So we'll get him onto a bit of gold with that machine, and he will get a bit of gold with it. I'll guarantee it. I can just about get him into it. So, yeah. So, what's that? The duck. People have got to be patient. The duck's on a 10-minute cycle, right? So we need a duck sliding down a hill or sinking, because that's what he does. He sinks. So, yeah. So they're the 3 machines I own. That's it, right? I did have a lot of machines, and I've got... Well, actually, that's not completely true. There is one little machine out the back there that I haven't owned up with, and that's the Sea Hunter, the underwater machine. But I'm not using that much at all at the moment, so let's not talk about the Sea Hunter. So, right, so Mick Nielsen's here, Stuart's here. Stuart asks, would you detect the top of a gorge or down in the bottom by the creek? Probably both. Like, I wouldn't be like, if you're chasing gold, which I suspect you are, right? I wouldn't detect any of it to start with. I'd get my pan out and see where the gold is, right? That's what I would do. So,
People asking what the blue machine was.
The blue machine.
It's up on the screen.
Oh, there it is. There, Bounty Hunter Junior. It's a little kid's machine. Once they're about 10, I suppose, 8, 9, 10, they probably outgrow that machine, and you're into a Vanquish or a Go Find or a Ace machine. So, yes. So, what's the weight of the machine? Jeez, I don't know. Greg, that's a hard question for a bloke like me. That would weigh in the grams, mate. Like, it wouldn't be a kilo. So it's pretty light. Taylor, throw that on the. Can you throw that on the scale? Look, Greg, we're making Taylor work here. He's going to throw it on a scale, and we're going to see if it registers on the scale. So, but it's a great little
0.55 kg.
half a kilo, 0.55. So, fantastic machines. And I am going to tag. I'm going to get Finn's going to get a bit of gold out the lease with that. I'm determined. I have forgotten it because he hasn't been out for a while, but yeah. Jason got rid of the ORX then. Yes, I did get rid of the ORX because a customer wanted one urgently, and we've had supply issues with them. So the ORX went. I miss it a little. But yes, it's probably the one I miss. Oh, well, I miss them all in certain ways. I was just having a conversation the other day with someone that I miss my 4500. I had a 4500. Fantastic machine, but I miss it. So I should have kept them all, and, but I can only use one at a time.
Trevor asked when the new Garrett machine's coming in.
Oh, yes, I want to get to that. Garrett machine September. You can pre-order them now to get the first in the country. So if you'd like to do that, they're $8.99. Oh, here's a cracker. $8.99. Let me get that started again. $8.99. $8.99 for the Apex, Garrett Apex with a 2-coil version. It's $9.99. But yes, you can pre-order now. Due out in September. Right, so let me just do this one here. Right, Brian Potter. Congratulations, Brian. You've won you've won a black Gold Rat pocket sluice and a Gold Diggers mug. Well done, Brian. You haven't won anything before, I don't think, Brian. So well done. So yes. So yeah. So congratulations, Brian. We'll put that over there. Taylor can, so I don't mix it up. Right. So right. Just a bit of an update while I got the Golden Spur mug. I'm just about to finish the Golden Spur mug. The lease is open this weekend. Come and see Cory and I and get your training done. Get your if you want to just go out camping, if you bought a gold detector off us and need that training, come and organise it. Go to the Golden Spur Mining website, book in. If you'd like help with your machine, there's 2-hour, 1-day and 2-day courses that we do. That we are also open for camping. So if you're not a Victorian or you've passed the border checkpoint, come and join us for a weekend. That would be fantastic. So yeah, we're out there. We're ready to go. People are finding gold as we speak. The campfire. This is the campfire here. Campfire's beautiful and warm. The nights are pretty cold, but the campfire's warm. So, but anyway, yes. So Anthony, is there pay dirt available? No, there is not. There is not. I haven't spent enough time on the plant for the pay dirt to be flowing. Righto, let's get into it, Taylor. Oh yes, where is that? It's the missing link. I'm not going scrambling for it. Garrett, actually I will because it's attached. I don't think I had a drink then. Right, so relic hunting, right? Garrett AT Pro Pointer. I have an edge digger here from Garrett. I do think that I'd prefer the Tiger ones because they don't do that, right? The Tiger ones, we're a big supporter of Tiger ones. People talk about losing coin poppers, losing pinpointers. Put them on one of these retractable lanyards. We sell those things too. They're Kevlar. You never lose one again. So I do like a pinpointer. Whether you got an XP one or whether you got a Garrett one or whether you got a Minelab one, use your pinpointer in the park so you don't destroy the place. So yes. Right. Yes, Matty makes good points there about panning in the creek and all that sort of stuff. So Right, let me get rid of this mug. Righto, what's up next, Taylor? Let's roll through them. Right, coin popper. I did have a coin popper here to show. I use a coin popper a little bit. We all use coin poppers in the house. What that does is exactly what it shows. You get a target. You come in. You pinpoint exactly where it is. You get your coin popper out from Tiger. Poke down until you feel the coin. Push down on the edge of the coin. It goes in the little slot, as we see right there, and you can just pull it straight out of the ground without digging a hole, which is...
Sorry, I've got to put a link to it.
Yeah. So the coin popper is the trick for those that dig dollars and $2 coins in parks. That is the key. Yes, that is the key. Right. Okay, so the duck is still a couple of minutes out. So let's roll on through. Tiger digger. So I haven't got my Tiger digger here. It's actually at home. I forgot to put it in. But Tiger digger, I used a large one. It suits me better. I am using it because of the coin popper. I'm using my Tiger digger substantially less than what I'm using my big shovel. So, yeah. I use that a lot on military sites and that sort of thing, not in parks. So, righto. Let's go. Oh, yes. My favourite bit of detecting kit. Here we go. Right. Sido sand scoop. What's this stuff? Carbon fibre handle. Right. Carbon fibre handle's too long on mine, but they do nice short ones now. I love this for beach detecting. I have, in the past, spent a lot of time beach detecting. I like beach detecting a lot, but this changes your life when you're a beach detector. So Sido scoops. This was early ones. It doesn't even have the Sido in it. This has got some age about it. It's lasted really, really well. Carbon fibre shaft isn't the Sido ones. It was before Sido bought them in. So this is an aftermarket one. It's a bit longer than the Sido ones, but quality piece of gear. If you're a beach detectorist, invest in one of these. It'll change your life. It will change your life. Right. Is there any questions here?
Go over the giveaways and how to win.
Oh, yes. Giveaways. So, what are we giving away? So, this here, there's 317 people on at the moment, according to my little calculator here. You've got to make a comment to win one of these, right? It's a gold pan kit. It has got 2 pans, classifier, whoever corrected me before, a little range of stuff, a bag, right? Everything you need. Tells you how to do it on the back here, or you can watch one of our videos, right? So we're giving that away tonight. Minelab pan kit, so quality bit of gear, okay? So all you need to do is make a comment. Just make a comment and say g'day, and you're in the draw, okay? Then we're giving away in 2 minutes and 55 seconds, we're giving away another little 10-inch gold pan kit. Then 10 minutes after that, we're giving away a little pocket sluice. Then 10 minutes after that, we're giving away a sand scoop, a little orange sand scoop. Each of them will also get a gold digger's mug sent out to you in a little white box like this one. So, yes. So that's what's happening tonight. All you need to do is make a comment, and we are away. Russell from the Gold Coast. David, pluck a tail feather. That's a bit harsh on old pluck a duck, old Swanson. So, yeah. Right, so the comments have gone very quiet. Everyone's listening and anticipation for what's next. What is next, Taylor? Taylor's here with me, helping to run the show. Oh, yeah. Gators. Again, double D leather, right? Now, you can see these ones don't get much. These haven't had much use. In fact, they've had no use at all. And the reason they've had no use at all is because quite often in summer, someone said to me, came out, they were out the lease, they said, I need a set of gaiters, and I sold my gaiters to them. So since summer, I haven't used them a lot, but good quality, heavy leather gaiters. I love them. You'll notice quite a bit of gear from Double D in the house, but they also make a canvas one, which is equally as good. I just love these leather ones. So gaiters. Right. What's up next, Taylor? What do we got? First aid kit. All right. It's important for safety in the bush. This picture and the next picture are two that I copped a lecture on, and from my wife, that I should be safe. I'm pretty good with the first aid kit and the snake bite kit. In fact, I don't use that kit. I have a bigger kit because we're running training out in the lease, so I use the bigger. I have the bigger kit in the car, so that I don't need the little one. It's got the big one in there. So yeah. And the other thing is personal locator beacon. I've been using that a lot. I don't sell them, of course, but yeah, they're important, particularly when you're doing a lot of this stuff by yourself. So, right, we'll pause there because Trevor's asked a question. When's the new Ace coming out? I forgot to. The bloody quack duck's got us again. Trevor, the hang on a sec. The Ace machine is due here in September, possibly earlier, is the information that I have. I will probably replace my AT Max at that stage. Right? Now, Quacker went off. Pan and a gold digger's mug. I'm struggling tonight. Wish someone had helped me. So, yeah. Well, Taylor is here helping me. He's just laughing at me half the time. So let me just... Sean Stevens. Congratulations, mate. You've got a little 10-inch pan and a mug. Right, so we've restarted the Quacker again. Right, so... right. We've got that one covered. Peter Austin needs a mug to start his collection. Well, you never know your luck, Pete. What do I think of Fisher? Fisher makes some great machines. They haven't brought anything new out for a while. I love the Gold Bug 2. If you're into the old dial style machines, there's not too many better gold machines kicking about than the Fisher Gold Bug 2. I love the Gold Bug 2. Sean, how do you carry all this equipment with you to a location? Well, I don't. Well, yeah. Taylor makes a good point. That, right? However, right, I don't. Okay? So I'll go crevicing. Well, actually, no, let's not talk about that because we haven't got to the crevicing here yet. But I'll go testing a new area, and I will take the pan out of the car, the sieve out of the car, and a little shovel, maybe some crevicing tools, and I will test an area, right? But all of these are different jobs, right? So the Max comes out when I'm relic hunting. The 7000 comes out when I'm gold prospecting. You know what I mean? So you don't cart it all, but I use buckets and yeah. I just put stuff in buckets and take a bucket down. If I'm taking some crevicing tools down to the creek, I do stuff like that. So I cart it with buckets. So yeah.
Hobo asked, what's your number one bit of kit?
Number one bit of kit, Hobo, right? It's a hard question, but seriously, gold trap pan and that sieve. Can I have two? That sieve and the gold trap pan. Because when I go into a new area, it tells me the story, right? It absolutely tells me the story. So that's my favourite bit of kit. I love it. I virtually never use any other pan, although I don't care really what pan I use, but that gold trap I just feel so good in my hand. I Love it. So, Andrew Wilson, when's the air detector coming out? I got an update on that about 3 weeks ago, saying they'd had problems and COVID was happening, and it should be before the end of the year, right, is the latest I've heard. I'm a bit disappointed with air. I would really love air to be, it was supposed to be Christmas last year. The delays were not caused by COVID last year. I can get it this year, but not last year. But anyway, don't get me started on that. So, yes. So, yeah. Annie O'Brien, is it worth keeping my GP 3000? Yes, it is. Unless you've got a 45 sitting in your cupboard or a 7000 sitting in your cupboard. But, yeah. Absolutely. Right, so. Right. So, right, let's go. What's up next? Oh, yes. I would not be without Trilobite. I don't care if you're in WA, Victoria, Queensland, Upper Mongolia. I don't care. Do they do maps for Upper Mongolia? I don't think they do. Being Australian geology travel maps. So, not Upper Mongolia. I don't want to get into trouble for people that are watching in Upper Mongolia, buying this and realising there is no Upper Mongolia maps. But Australian Geographic travel maps, absolutely fantastic. I've done whole shows on it. Okay, $11.99 for the whatchamacallit, for the app, right? And then if you want like the Queensland edition maps, right, it's $11.99 for that. I think Western Australia might be twice that, $23 or something or other. Absolutely, without a doubt, my favourite app in the world. I use it. I probably use it on a daily basis. Like, without a doubt, I use that on a daily basis, showing people, looking at stuff, right? But yes, Australian Geographic travel maps. Next, please, because I know what it is. Gaia. The downside of the travel maps, right, is that the topo map isn't particularly good. The topo map on this Gaia is excellent, right? So I use this in combination. All my waypoints go on this Gaia, and all the geological information is on the Australian travel maps. Between the two of them, I am special. So, yes. Right, Donnie Pasco's in the house. Ro Pollock's in the house. Dan Allen, Donna, Ro, Marlino, Leslie, Wayne, Coral, Trevor, Ian, Dan, Mark, Trisha, Young Guns, Central Queensland Detectorist, Maddie's in the house. So, yeah. So, lots and lots of people here. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. We're about duck time. We're 3 minutes out from duck time, where you can win a pocket sluice, a sieve, who knows what else. Right. So, right. So, what do we got next, Taylor?
Pretty much it.
That's pretty much it. Right. So, let's get rid of that off the screen, and let's talk about some crevicing, okay? So, I love crevice king gear. So this is a bilge pump, right? Bilge pump. By the feel of that, Yabby pump. Well, you can use this as a bilge pump too, but Yabby pump, right? Bait pump. By the sound of that, it needs a new washer in it. But anyway, so this is a fitting you put on the end of a Yabby pump or a bait pump, right? That is just to increase the size. In fact, I think I found the issue. I'm missing the bolt. I need a new bolt, right? So, nut on there. So, it's probably in my ute somewhere, I would suspect. It's rattled loose. So then, that slips on over the top. Now, inside there, you'll see it's got a raised section, right? So, you don't lose any of the heavies out of that pump, okay? So, I pump that out. If I'm not just using the bilge pump, if I want to use the fine tip, right, I can just use the bilge pump by itself. This PVC ring is set back enough that there's a bit of metal protruding out the end. So I can just use the bilge pump by itself. But if I'm really sniping and want to get into cracks, I whack that on and away I go. So let's talk about crevicing. I've got a bucket of stuff here. Right, here's the bucket of goodies. So, sand scoop, right? Let's not talk about a sand scoop, right? Essential stuff, snuffer bottles, Garrett, Proline, I like them both, okay? Assorted crevicing tools, Crevice King gear. I've always liked Crevice King gear. I use random stuff, little hook O-ring picks. I use little lever bars. I actually like this thing. It's actually a metal scribe. It seems to last longer. The quality of metal's better. Right, let me put that down before I drop it. I like these. These are easy to make too. You don't necessarily need to go and buy these. These are a flat scoop. So when you're crevicing out an area, right, you put this at the end and you can scratch the material onto here straight into your pan, right? So I like that. Here's a small version of that bait pump before. Again, I don't think this one was. This isn't a Crevice King one. This is one that someone very kindly made up for me. Works very, very well.
Looks like Crevice King.
Hey?
Looks like Crevice King.
It's not. It's a different one. So, but yes, little yabby pumps, right? Then I use a bit of this gear. Oh, the quack! I'm halfway through the bucket, right? So let's just see if we can do this here. We'll put the quacker on because we've got two more again. Lindy Moore, you've won a sand scoop, right? And a gold digger's mug. We'll contact you straight after the show. So I use stuff like this. Let's get back into this, right? I use stuff like this. This is E-swing gear again. I love E-swing gear, okay? This is for opening up those crevices, okay? I've also got a little pointed one that I didn't pull out, but these things are fantastic. They have spent years and years and years with me and are incredible, okay? There's the coin popper I was looking for before. Always in my truck are batteries, okay? Stacks and stacks of batteries in flat. In fact, that's probably flat because it's not in the thing out. It's probably touched a few. A little emergency, not really an emergency kit. I suppose you'd call it a survival kit, but it has got a... I only use this for remote, and really it stays on my ute. I do use it mostly for my loop, okay? I do use one of those clip-on loops for the phone, but I think it's out the least. But in here is stuff like solar blankets, snares, a bit of fishing gear, spare lighter, there's a fire lighter in here, there's all sorts of stuff in that little thing there. So that's, is that my gear? I think that's mostly my gear. Oh no, look, we've still got one of these things to give away, a little pocket sluice, right? I reckon I've come across I've got no idea what the time is, but anyway, I don't use headphones a lot, right? When I do, right, I do like these things, right? ZX headphones, okay? I actually look after these a bit. ZX Gold Pro headphones, right? I do like these ZX headphones, okay? They are very, very loud. You can turn stuff, you can turn your machine. You virtually have to turn your machine down with it. But I do love these ZX headphones. They're hot, right? But I don't, like, there's probably 3 or 4 headphones on the market that are as good as each other, right? But they suit different hearing. Like, everyone's got some hearing loss, right? So these suit me, right? You know, you can talk about steel face headphones, you can talk about booty booster headphones, you can talk about COS headphones, you can talk about Grey Ghost headphones, okay? Now, all of them are very good headphones. These suit me, okay? And that's all I care about, and that's all anyone should care about. Get a set of headphones. Actually try the sound on to see what suits you, right? If you go into a Detector store, get them to plug it into a machine, have a listen to what they sound like. These go out really wide, so if you've got a giant head, right, they fit, right? So, but yeah, try headphones on, listen to the sound, take your machine in, right? If you're used to your machine, take your machine in. I do love these ZX headphones. They are pretty cool. So fold up nice and small, go in a little bag. I'm surprised I haven't lost the bag, but they live in the bag, and then that goes in my Z case. Right, so we are cruising along here. I think we've covered most of my gear, right? Last time we did this, I had about eight detectors, didn't I? They were lined up behind me. Right, so Sam's selling his stainless steel head sand scoop. Why are you doing that? So yeah, I'd love to know why you're doing that. So right, I'm not. So Nikki's here doing the numbers thing. We're not doing the numbers thing. Harry's here. Sam, Johnny Hobo never wins. Can I tell you why Johnny Hobo never wins? Because once you've been on the show, that's it, right? You're out of the draw, Johnny. I hate to tell you this. You've been on the show. So, yes. So, Trina's here. Vernon. Lots and lots of people. Right. Okay, so let's bring on the quacker, right? We're going to have. See, I've brought the quacker forward. There we go. Last quack of the evening. Right. There we go. Last quack of the evening. We're going to shut that thing down now. Done. Right. So, second last prize, again, is a pocket sluice. I forgot what that was called for a minute, even though I was looking at it. A purple pocket sluice. It's apparently Sanjay Purple. Sanjay Purple is what it is. Harry Casey, congratulations, mate. You have a Sanjay Purple pocket sluice coming and a Gold Diggers mug. So, congratulations there. Hey? Harry Casey, congratulations, big man. Right. Okay, so let me just get this fired up here. And we need to do a proper draw with the thing on the Pro Gold kit. So I'm closing this off in about a minute. Okay, Pro Gold kit comes with 2 pans, a classifier, a whole lot of other little bits and pieces, a little bag for it, a book on how to do it. So even if you've got no experience, you'll get this. All instructions will come about. So that's what we're giving away as we speak. So let me just see what's happened here. Where's my thing here? Let me just get this going here. I've just got to do this. So I'll just get this fired up. Sorry guys, it's always a nightmare to do this every week. So right, there we go. Right, we're closing it off in 3, 2, and what we're going to do is make a comment. So I'm going to count down again. Make a comment. If you're new here, you have to make a comment now. Right, I'm closing it off in 3, 2, 1. Boom, done. Right. Okay, let me click the button here. Collect all the comments. Right. Then we go over random comment generator. Push the button. Round and round she goes. Russell Totman, congratulations. Russell is on the Gold Coast. Congratulations, Russell. We'll contact you directly after the show to find out your mailing address, and we will get that out to you. Right. Yes, everyone is chasing golden spur mining mugs. I have something in the pipeline. It won't be a normal mug like this, but I have something in the pipeline. I'm not going to share it, right? Or it's coming, okay? I have the master of all mugs, Nadia Bailey. Nadia's on it. The queen of mugs is investigating something new and different. Everyone's got these mugs. You can't have golden spur on it. Everything mug, right? So we're going to get some real spunky stuff to go on there. So, right, everyone needs golden spur mining mugs. You are correct. It is an essential part of life to have a golden spur mining and a gold diggers mug. But we are going to make these proper special, right? Don't you worry about that. Righto, guys, that's the show for tonight. Don't forget to, if you've got any questions, pick up the phone. It's a daylight helpline. I won't be answering it tonight, but feel free to send any messages tonight. Ring someone with experience is on that phone when the sun's up all the time, okay? Don't forget to follow us on all of these things: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. What's that yellow one?
Instagram and
Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. I don't even know what they are. I'm glad Taylor's in charge of all that stuff, because like I might be all right at detecting, but I am particularly crap at the yellow one, whatever that yellow one is there, which I think is Snapchat, I've been told. So, right. Righto, guys. Thank you very much. Come and join us next Monday night. Will be another exciting, epic adventure on something equally as exciting. So, come and join us. Thanks, guys. Good night.